The warm-ups of both teams were great. Here we go. Super Saturday, Super Clash. Round 11 at the SCG. And it is the Warhorse, Waria Hargreaves, with the first run of the night.
This driving tackle.
That's quite a statement. First tackle on the front man in the front row for the Roosters. This is marauding defence on play number 2. And what about that? What about the courage? It's Suwali taking the second run of the night. Collins takes play 3. You call in the teenage winger to take the second run and settle the nerves. No Radley, of course, and that'll be the case for some time for the Roosters. So they've got Siosiwa Tokiaho playing as middle forward tonight. Bit of a reshuffle around. And it's ended up a pretty good first set for the Roosters to get within 5 of halfway. And kick from outside the centre square here. The kick from Keary. And it will be Edwards to bring it back. Penrith, their first possession of the night.
Yeah, no surprise that Panthers defensive line moving extremely quickly. Driving Roosters players back. Hargreaves driven back early as we see the Roosters returning serve. Yeah, we haven't seen May driven back much this season at all.
That was the Roosters making their own statement in defence early. Penrith play 3 on the 30-metre line. We've got Terrell May on debut for the Roosters tonight. Comes up against younger brother. Yet another storyline in this one, as if you needed more. Yo just dropping that one back off. And Leota it is, 5 short of halfway. So stock standard set from Penrith to start the game. And a Cleary kick at the end of it. And waiting with hands held skyward. Tupou to bring it back for the Roosters. Let's go down to the sideline for the first time tonight. The rain appears to have cleared up. Lara Pitt, good evening to you.
Good evening, gentlemen. Well, it appeared to have cleared up for about 90 minutes before kickoff, but just as the players ran out onto the SCG, it has picked up again. There's been plenty of rain around Sydney today, and at the moment it is coming down again on the players. But Penrith seemed to enjoy that last week at Magic Round. Didn't bother them at all, and both sides not bothered by it so far to start this game.
Yeah, I did go for a walk down there on the ground level earlier, and it was very slippery, but the condition of the surface was immaculate, given the rain that we've had.
Momorowski getting over halfway, 95 times the sides have met. Roosters are 156, Panthers 38, 1 draw, another kick. Edwards retreating towards his own goal line. Mixed ride pre-match, one of the clashes of the night. Edwards and Tedesco, tackle busters, average around the 200-metre a game mark. Edwards has been in fine form. Luai goes on a little scurry there. And then ducking through the tackle. You got May and To'o on opposite wings. You got Tago in fine form. You got Crichton now firming for State of Origin this year with set of stocks depleted for New South Wales. There's many contenders out of this Penrith side that are playing very good football. Coruscant now. Back for Cleary, second kick of the night from halfway. It's a beauty. Have a look at this. Good catch from Tupou.
Yeah, you talk about the outside backs. We marvel at them every week for the Penrith Panthers and the damage that they do. Over 600 metres carrying the football last week against the Melbourne Stormers. A relieving penalty now for the Roosters. But for the Roosters, I mean, you talk about the possible selections of Origin out of the Panthers outside backs. Well, I mean, Daniel Tupou is in great form. Tedesco will be there. He'll be the captain of New South Wales. Would you be surprised? Would he look out of line Joseph Suwali? I mean, I know it's a little optimistic, but I think he's like Selwyn Cobbo. I don't doubt that he would handle it.
Fair call. Butcher took the previous run. Waria Hargreaves with it. So best field position of the game for the Roosters now. 31 from the Penrith line. Hutchison with dummy half duties again tonight. Keary, Tedesco pushing along. Momorowski to Tupou. Connor Watson again coming off the bench tonight for the Roosters. Sees Hutchison start. But Watson will have plenty of minutes on the field. Don't worry about that.
Good run, Tokiaho.
Yeah, he had the footwork working there. So 15 away. Play 4 done and dusted. Keary has them going right. Kick to the in goal. The Panthers under pressure. May is trapped there. The chase of Manu. Goal line dropout. Nice work, Roosters.
Yeah, there was a lot of talk about Luke Keary to start the season, and he certainly wasn't in his best form, no doubt, coming off some significant injuries, but over the last fortnight, the second half in particular against the Titans, he really started to find his groove. Outstanding last week against the Parramatta Eels, and tonight his kicking game already on point. It's been a good start from Keary.
As we all know how good the Panthers defence is, so they get tested early, back-to-back sets.
That's a beauty.
Towering dropout from Keary. And Hargreaves at his game 265 for the Roosters tonight. So he just passed Jake Friend on the all-time game list. Collins, Queensland Origin representative, year on from a knee reconstruction. Roosters working that left side now. And Crichton it is. Will play the ball 20 metres away from the Panthers line.
There, Angus.
It's working towards Keary again. There he is. There's an overlap. Tedesco, support. It's Suwali for the corner. What about the Panthers? Pink Hayes descends on the corner, and Suwali is denied the first try.
Yeah, we keep talking about Tom Trbojevic and James Tedesco and these wonderful fullbacks in our game that provide brilliance. Just watch the effort there of Dylan Edwards, the physicality and the commitment to his side to defend his try line, throwing his body with absolutely no respect. Great play there from the Penrith fullback.
So high quality in the opening minutes, 6.5 gone. A near thing. It took an effort of excellence to stop the try being scored. And here he is in a ball running capacity, Edwards there. He is a marvel. There's not too much of him, Dylan Edwards, but arguably the fittest at the club. So Coruscant, Yo.
Oh, gee, a pass out the back there to Jerome Luai had the Roosters in real trouble. Manu caught really tight infield.
Left side was so good against Melbourne in Magic Round for Penrith. Cleary's kick. This will bring Tedesco underneath it this time. They know they're in for a test tonight. Tedesco, Tupou, Suwali. The clean kicking of Nathan Cleary. So good metres made back by Tupou as far as the 40-metre line, which is a good platform to work off in this set. On play 2, Keary, there's the kicking style of Nathan Cleary, and he got a bear hug put on him by Jared Waerea-Hargreaves. He looked into his eyes there.
Yeah,
that was an interesting one. Roosters just inside the Panthers half. Play by Crichton. Hutchison with a kick for placement. It'll run over the sideline. And it'll be headed infield on the 10-metre line as a result.
Yeah, just controlling the tempo of the game. Nice kick out of dummy half there from Hutchison. At the moment, the Roosters with all the possession, 64% of the footy. Something that the Panthers have been very good at over a long period of time, suffocating the opposition. The Roosters in control early.
Past 7 clashes between these two sides. There's been a try in the opening 10 minutes. On 4 occasions, it was inside the opening 4 minutes. So stand by the next 90 seconds. Something's going to happen based on history. Here's Yo, Cleary, and for Liam Martin. Takes 3 to stop him. And they're into the Roosters half now, Penrith. Play the ball speed good. Yo all over. So many plays, so many possessions. 30 metres out, last tackle. It's another Cleary kick coming. This time it's Suwali's turn to try and defuse. He loses it. Tedesco is back for the clean-up work. And Tego on him was trying to sort of scrape him over to the in-goal there.
What a great set from the Penrith side. It was a controlled kick from Hutchison that had them down in the corner and found touch. They've gone 100 metres. Some really nice ball movement, controlled ball movement, low risk. And they just marched on downfield, and a great contested kick there from Jerome Luai. Testing Suwali. Now look at Cleary up in the face of Crichton.
Fourth tackle. The Roosters are on their 10-metre line. This is the hardest of hard work. Real toil for the Roosters. They'll have to kick from inside their 20 here. Hutchison is the kicking option at a dummy half. That is a big win to Penrith.
Well, they just turned the whole momentum of the game. It's been the Roosters who have been in complete control in the opening 10 minutes of the game, and on the back of a great set from Penrith, and turning the tide defensively, winning the battle defensively. That was brilliant from Penrith.
Attacking with your defence. Toto took that run. Now Fisher-Harris. And on the angled run, a couple of very good Kiwi front rowers on show tonight in this game. Now to go across field. Look at the formation here. Martin is driven. That's good defence on a Saturday night. Crichton and Walker right there. Out in front of Cleary. Roosters thought pass forward. Edison's gone up. Now Edwards links up with Toto. And he's 20 away from the Roosters line. Last tackle. Where's Cleary? Here he is. The Panthers number 7 puts up a kick, not his highest. It's in play. And the Roosters winning the competition for the ball there with Joseph Manu.
Yeah, just watch the line speed here of the Panthers. There's Suwali carrying again. He's been terrific early. Penrith really trying to win this contest with their defence, getting off the line and in their face aggressively of the Roosters.
Butcher with the ball. It's become a very valuable member of this side, and he's getting up around the 90 game mark. This kick from inside the 40 with angle from Walker. He's got Edwards running, and he'll get to it after 2 bounces. And Edwards now bringing it back is nailed there by the Roosters defence. Collins, that's impressive. The front rower on Edwards on a kick chase. They've brought their game to the table, these two sides tonight. They're attacking it with a semi-final-like intensity. Tago with it, short of halfway. And no score through 12 minutes. Battle of the coaches as well. Cleary v Robinson tonight. They've had 16 meetings. It's 9-7 Robinson's way from head-to-head meetings. Now Luai with a kick over the top. He didn't quite get that one right, did he? And Suwali, comes back. Roosters back in possession, starting another set inside their 20. There's a few with hands on heads here for the Roosters. The last 6 or 7 minutes have been energy sapping. And Penrith, I think, can detect that. Tedesco linking up with Crichton, centre field. And the Roosters almost back to halfway, but they are having to fight for every metre at the moment. JWH caught there by JFH, if you know what I mean. Roosters kicking from 40 metres out. Edwards underneath it. Collins is through there again. He wasn't about to get airborne, Lindsay Collins. He said, I'm a chaser, not a jumper. Penrith with the ball. And it's like, who's going to flinch? Who's going to make an error? Roosters, 8 of 9 completed sets. Penrith, 6 from 6 to start the game. Toto takes yet another carry for Penrith. Still waiting on a try from Brian this year. He's missed plenty of football, only his 5th game for the season. And this is Luai through the centre.
Yeah, starting to get loose, the Roosters, through the ruck here.
Coruscant and Cleary. And he passed, he lost it. Well, I'm pretty sure it was a pass.
That was a pass. He was looking for Coruscant. There was some big space in behind the ruck, and Cleary wanted to get the footy there, and he was looking for Coruscant.
So it's knock on against the Roosters.
Yeah, knock on Roosters, and another set for Penrith. Just watch this. Only one marker. It was Crichton chasing hard, and Hutchinson really, really struggling for gas at the moment through the middle. Lindsay Collins hasn't played a lot of footy. He's sucking in the big ones. No Victor Radley tonight. They're missing that leg speed through the middle. And Penrith just loving the arm wrestle and starting to come over the top.
At the SCG, there's a certain aura about the Penrith Panthers early. Cleary sets it up. Luai keeping it going. Luai was knocked out of the play. Still with it, Penrith, 9 metres from the Roosters line. Luai's okay. Got the hit and straight back to his feet. Played by May. Cleary there, first receiver. Now Yo. Edwards slick. Martin lost it. Play on's the call. Some of them get called up for knock on. Penrith 5 away. Quick play the ball. Cleary again. Show of the ball to Fisher Harris. Kicks for Kickout. Oh, Tedesco! That's brave. He's taken the ball and he's had his ribs examined by Viliami Kickout in the process.
Brilliant from Tedesco. He knows his Origin teammate, and it was Cleary drifting across Show, kick, and there's Kickout charging through, and Tedesco no other option. And the cement truck, he's just collided with him. Flying through, Viliami Kickout. Yeah, it was brave, wasn't it? Really brave from Tedesco.
He's quick, but he knew he was going to get hit. The moment he snaffled that one, he knew he was going to get 110k of Kickout.
They are so good on their line, the Roosters, defensively. It's not going to be easy here for Penrith to find a way through.
Coruscant to Cleary. Here they go again. Edwards. They're jumping about the place. They shape up left. They go right. They mix it up. Play a roll. Leota with it. 20 away from the Roosters line. More pressure on the home side. Cleary goes too wide this time. Luai has dumped it off. Some risk involved. Edwards is able to get to it. Now Cleary's got by surprise. He got the ball 12 away from the line. He's just showing us a little bit of action out the back there, Cleary. Now Luai with the ball. He's got it deep goal again. Tedesco again is the last line. It's another line drop out for the Roosters. The pressure intense from the Panthers.
Yeah, these Panthers halves, they're just brilliant, aren't they? They've got this incredible knack of being able to get that footy through the line and sit up in the end goal. I think Tedesco almost thought he was going to leave that for a second, and then it just bounced up, and the Panthers chasers coming through desperately, but the Roosters defence holding firm. They are working really hard for one another across the park, and at the moment there's no way through for Penrith.
Line drop out to Tedesco, so start again. Penrith work away, and play one this time around is 30 away from the Roosters line. It's played by Leota. Now Yo onto Fisher Harris. That's on Collins around the legs. Coruscant. And then Yo. Leota with a run. He's only 10 from the line. And Penrith have options left and right here and deep. Right side is Yo. Edwards lurking. Martinez put it down. So the Roosters have hung on. And Penrith a rare error.
Yeah, Liam Martin just unable to hang on to the footy there in collision. And the Roosters all in at the moment. We can see from the commentary box here, high-fiving, and the mood lifts for the Roosters. It's been a tough period, 70% of the ball over the last 10 minutes with the Panthers, who have really turned the momentum after a strong start from the Roosters, and they hold on bravely.
Yes, for the benefit of our viewers, the SCG probably the highest commentary position that we broadcast from these days. Sydney Football Stadium used to be, but you then have a greater appreciation of the redeployment of the troops play-by-play by teams like the Panthers. Yeah, this aerial view, how quickly they move into position.
Funny you mentioned that. I've been watching just a leg speed of Isaiah go through the middle. You get a great look at it from up here. Penalty now for the Roosters.
That certainly helps the Roosters' cause there. A little soft. Luai a bit bamboozled by that. So Roosters will just soak up a little more time again. But credit to them. They've been able to hang on, and we have no score through 19 minutes. Already a few nails being chewed, I would think. So Roosters with the ball. Oh, you heard that. That is quite a whack. Legal. And Butcher was the man on the end of it. Now Warrior Hargreaves. To the ground he goes. Yo was the man over the top, making sure no offload. Tokiaho and Walker inside with Crichton. Angus without a try this year. He's been in the news as to possibly be headed to another club next year. Plenty would want him. Tokiaho. Warrior Hargreaves with it. The Roosters now find themselves in Penrith territory. Hutchison back with Walker. Jink links up. Momirovski got past Martin. Last tackle Roosters. Quick play the ball. Hutchison. Keary. A kick looking for the flying Suali. He doesn't get near it. May does the job. Was there interference? Was it legal or illegal?
Yeah, Keary blowing up. They thought there was an escort on Joey Suwali, who came up with that miraculous stunner up at Magic Round last week, flying up above Hayes Perham to score. And it looks like Tago that just did enough to get in the road.
And in the meantime, Penrith, this time, they are the ones that get the easy penalty upfield.
You can just see the Roosters attack, Fossey, that they're missing that link in the middle of the field. You know, you can see what Isaiah Yeo gives to Cleary and Jerome Luai at the moment without Victor Radley. That passing through the middle just doesn't look as fluent for the Roosters, and Keary and Walker having to do a lot more movement.
Harris, I think they'll become a sharper outfit when Connor Watson will get out there, but that's still to come, maybe round about the 25-26 minute mark. You might see Watson on. Penrith 35 away from the Roosters line. Oh, that's fallen down, Cleary and called. That was lazy. That was really untidy from the Panthers.
Yeah, and he had one the previous set which he got away with. This time just showing one way and trying to move forward on the pass to disguise just how forward it was. It was a good metre forward, that from Coruscant.
You're the master of your craft and dummy half player. I remember Danny Medeiros telling me that the dummy half, if you change your mind, then you go right, then you go left, you've got to take one step to reset to make sure you pass in line or back.
Yep.
You can't just turn and pass. Too often it goes wrong.
Now, well, he passed and you could see him then try and re-accelerate to try and disguise just how forward it was.
You do that, would you, Mick?
No.
Hookers straight down the middle.
Yeah, no.
Roosters with the ball 10 metres inside their own half. Game 3, Super Saturday Fox League. They are slugging it at all. The ball came loose there.
Physical, really physical through the middle.
Collins got it back almost there from Fisher Harris. Well, Hargreaves into the Panthers half again.
He's been good, hasn't he?
Down new side. He's got some dangerous centres on show tonight.
Oh, he's in trouble here.
Oh, Manu! He's been carted over the sideline. Count the Panthers. 1, 2, 3, 4 in there. One of the best setters in the game.
Yeah, we marvel at Viliami Kikau's highlights and what he can do with his footwork and his offload ability and his try-scoring ability for a big man, but we don't give him enough accolades for this area of his game. Defensively, he is superb as an edge-back rower. Very athletic. You can see his strength there and his ability to get into the Manu tackle and pick him up and drive him across the slippery surface. And now on the back of it, they get a penalty and they'll be entrenched in the Roosters half again.
Do you think they might pay a price for this soon? Twice they give 20, 30 metre gains here to the Roosters. That's all it was there. Warrior Hargreaves over the top. What heat will the Panthers apply to the Roosters defence this time around? We've only got the Roosters missing one tackle so far, so it's been a really committed defensive performance against a side that has completed 11 sets so far, the Panthers, and here they are 40 metres away from the Roosters line.
Yeah, Sorensen into the action now. Leota off the field for Penrith.
South Yo, and there's Fisher Harris. Sorensen on that winning streak, which is now 17 games in a row. Cleary from Martin hangs on to it that time, but the Roosters hang on to him. Big line set to the left here. Yo takes one more towards the posts. Still set left. Coruscant comes right. And Sorensen straightens up behind the markers. Tackle 5 done for the Panthers. Cleary is with it. Running it this time. Luai the ball. Penrith to the in goal for the first time. They have weapon. Outside weapon on that left edge. But Tago may have been held up.
Yeah, Jared Sutton saying no try here, but Tago so strong, close to the line, and it's great work. It's Cleary and Jerome Luai combining out on that left-hand side. And you're right, Bossy, is it the target of kick out? Do they go to Tago? Is it Taylor May outside him? They are so stacked with weapons on that left-hand side of the field, and he almost gets through the tackle of Carey. Spins here awkwardly for Tedesco. Does he get the footy down? Oh, that's brilliant from the Roosters captain.
Just having a look at any other.
That is outstanding. The forearm looks to be under the footy.
So.
And Isaac Tago is not an easy man to stop that close to the line at full speed, and James Tedesco has done a marvellous job.
Based on the available angles, we'll be supporting the on-field decision that Isaac Tago's held up in the end goal.
Okay, so Kiri was there, Suali was there, Tokiaho was there. To be honest, I think the bunker's obliged to give a affirmative decision there. So basically, he did not get it down, but we're backing the on-field decision.
I like that from Penrith. They've rolled a number of kicks into the end goal, that time chancing their arm and running the footy on the last. A great spot on the field to turn the footy over. Suali now carrying strong over the top of Sorensen.
Not a single line break in a high-quality game. And the Roosters 20 metres out from their own line. Hutchison there. There's movement on the bench. Watson, I saw up. Egan Butcher up on his feet, playing his first NRL game of the season tonight. He'll be ready.
I like Butcher. Egan Butcher is a real goer.
And there's Fletcher Baker going through his warm-up routine. Again, you hear effort in the tackle. Tedesco with it. Last play, so good as the defence. These tackle busters are being contained at the moment. Kiri bombs from just inside the Panthers half. There's Edwards at the back with it again. So his actual average running metres this year is 197 a game, Dylan Edwards, and already he's up over 70 in 25 minutes tonight.
Phenomenal, isn't it, his work rate? Week after week.
This time May on the wing and does more than poke his nose through there. The Manu-Hutchison combo in the tackle. And where the winger goes, the centre follows. Rookie pairing still, they are rookie class. Tago, May, Cleary slips. He's on a run against the Roosters. He's got 39 points in his last 2 games against the Roosters. Nathan Cleary, that includes a hat-trick a couple of games back. Luai's bomb, Tedesco having to run a distance. And then it pops up. Penrith have got it. Kick out on the fingertips. Tago with the ball. Tackle count has restarted. But I think they're about to go left big time. Coruscant. And with it is Sorensen. Put the brakes on there. A wasted tackle, but probably Penrith fans expect a little more. Roosters, line is now set. Luai with it. There's kick out! Suali's come up on Viliami, kick out!
Oh, don't his teammates love it? It's the left shoulder. Big Viliami, kick out, a little right smile. Maybe a little of embarrassment there. The barnstorming back rower just gets levelled by the right winger, Joseph Suali, jamming infield and just goes whooshka. Get that into your Viliami. And his teammates love it.
He's not 19 until August the 1st.
Oh, that's brilliant. Gee, that's commitment. I mean, there's players in the competition that are just trying to manage Viliami, kick out the best they can. He accelerates into contact.
That is some career moment right there. It's not the attack, it's a defensive play on one of the biggest edge runners in our competition. He put him on his backside. Wow, what a moment.
Impressive.
He's still saying,
yeah, he can't believe it.
Will you wait till I get a crack at him?
Yeah.
So you might catch him. I'll get one back. Roosters with the ball 15 out from their own line. 12 and a half to go until half-time on a knife's edge here on a Saturday night on Fox League.
They got the best goal line defence in the competition, the Roosters, and they're showing it tonight. Their leg speed and their ability to work for each other has just been brilliant. Yeah, it has been. It's been outstanding. There's just no way through at all. Penrith throwing plenty of questions at them.
Will Watson get an opportunity to run? That'll be a fair barometer. Kiri kicking from inside the 40, but again, it's down the centre. Edwards, Tedesco. The battle continues, and Edwards brings another run. The race to be the first over 100 metres tonight. There's a few closing in on it.
Spencer Leniu now into the action for Penrith.
Got a bit of a try scorer this year, Spencer Leniu. He does play in aggressive fashion. He's He doesn't leave much in the tank when he has a run. Here he is, first run, straight on the field. Picking men to run at. Great. There's your carry, right there. That's what you want. Off the bench, have an impact. Yo, with it, that's beautiful play. Swerve and pass. Tedesco ankle tap. Support runners there. Luai. Isaiah Yo. What a player.
Oh, yeah.
What a special player. And Penrith open the scoring. A high-quality match takes a high-quality play to break it open.
Yeah, just breathtaking. The movement of the back of the lock. Isaiah Yo, his leg smooth through the middle here. Watch his ability to kick off that right foot, skip across defenders. Keary out of the line trying to pressure Jerome Luai. Left a gaping hole for Sorensen to go through. A desperate ankle tap it was from James Tedesco. But look at this, that's class. On the outside of Butcher, Sorensen backed himself. Tedesco lunged with the right hand. That was enough to knock Sorensen off his feet. And he gets the ball to Jerome Luai. The majestical 5'8" finds a way to the try line, but it's all Isaiah Yo.
Yeah.
What a moment from the Panthers lock.
Yeah, savoured that. I mean, in one blink of the eye, he has gone from committing one defender to committing two. And there's your one miss. I mean, the Roosters have missed 3 tackles, but one of them's there in that play, and a try is the result. That was class.
Yeah, his ability to tell lies with his eyes. You know, he's looking in, and then that's enough to attract the defenders. And it was Butcher that got caught ball watching. He didn't realise where Sorensen was. He'd snuck onto his outside shoulder. Keary he'd already preempted that he was going out the back to get Jerome Luai. He was going to shut the play down. And in that split second, as you touched on, Vossi, his ability to change decision and ball play short was class from Yo.
Cleary with the kick. I'll get you to tell us about an insight you had in Jerome Luai pre-match night, like over an hour ago. What you witnessed with Jerome as Cleary converts, 6-0 scoreline. Luai, the try scorer. Tell our viewers about his pre-match preparation.
Yeah, down on the ground, just watching the Panthers players, a number of them were all together laughing and joking. Jerome Luai sat for about 10 or 15 minutes under the goalposts on his own. They call him the CEO, the Chief Energy Officer, but all week he is until it's that 15 minutes where he arrives at the ground, he realigns his focus, he goes and talks internally about what he needs to get done tonight before he goes back to being that flamboyant 5'8", laughing joker that he is in the change room. It was incredible maturity from Jerome Luai.
A bit Matt Hayden-like. He used to go out and just sit on the pitch the day before the test and visualise. So there you go, insight into the preparation of Jerome Luai.
Well, he comes across as that flighty 5'8" that just loves to roam around and pick his opportunities. There's a lot more thought and process in Jerome Luai. And the way that he spoke to me about it was highly mature. It was great insight to one of the great 5'8" in the competition.
9 minutes away from half-time, and we have a 6-0 scoreline. Penrith, again, not giving their opponents too many opportunities. And hence, one line break in the match, and one try is the result. This kick from right on the red line. And, Joseph Suwali.
Oh, kick out, yes, he did. Yes. Oh, yes, he did.
Tries to ragdoll him. Remember me. 1-1.
Oh, that was good.
Tackles of a different kind, of course, but he's thrown Suwali down like he weighs 60 kilos, and I'm telling you, he's closer to 100. Watch this.
Yeah. Well, turnover here from the Roosters.
40 metres away from the line, the Panthers. Luai, kick out now, running, straightening with a little prop off the left. They are threatening to post back-to-back tries, the Panthers. Blokes with their hands up everywhere to run the ball.
He reminds me of Carl Webb, Spencer Leniu.
Coruscant and Cleary, Cross, Edwards, then Crichton. Limited opportunities tonight for Crichton. 10 metres away from the Roosters line. To'o to Cleary, just steadies it up for Sorensen. And they get set again.
You're going left.
With Cleary out on the left. Cleary and Luai there. Here he is, Cleary. Luai, dummies to Tago. Runs himself. Well, it's the same again. They got weapons, and besides weapons, that time, Luai does it himself off the left.
Yeah, just suffocating the opposition. It was the Roosters that came up with an error early in their set. Nathan Cleary, just a one-on-one strip on Tupou. We haven't seen many of those this season. And then on the back of a strong carry again from Sorensen, all the big guns swing to that left-hand side of the field. Just ball watching. Keary turned inside out. Watch this from Luai. Just cuts hard off the left foot and just beats Keary. All ends up in the slippery conditions. Brilliant work. And we just spoke about the detail and the focus of Jerome Luai and the form that he's in. Yeah, they are just really starting to open up the Roosters here. They've worked their way back in. They've wrestled back momentum early from the Roosters. They're suffocating them with possession. And now the class of Isaiah Yeo on the previous try, and this time the combination of Cleary and Luai. Superb.
It's not that long ago, calling Jerome Luai the first time he was in the starting side. It was 2018 against the Warriors. And on that night he scored 2 tries and kicked 6 goals. But not that he was a bit part play, but he was getting limited opportunity. So it was about seizing when you could. And obviously the work he did away from first grade to better his game, to be an Origin quality player. As Cleary looks to convert, he's done it. It is Luai 2 tries, it is Cleary 2 goals, and it is Penrith 12-0.
Yeah, there's the ball playing there of Isaiah Yeo. There'd just been absolutely no way through the Roosters' defensive line until that brilliant moment from Isaiah Yeo. And who's there? Jerome Luai. He's in great touch. He trusts his teammates. He knows where to turn up, this time doing it all himself. Bang, the shimmy, the cut off the left foot. He's in great touch, the Panthers 5-8.
Halftime show not too far away with Braithen Astor, Cooper Cronk, Corey Parker. And you know the record of Penrith when they lead at half-time. 44-game win streak when leading at the break. Going to go all the way back to round 5, 2020. The time when they led and got run down. That is a staggering record. And here they are. A 12-0 with 5.5 minutes remaining first half. And now the story is 2 line breaks in the first half. They've both been the tries.
Gee, they get great value out of their bench, don't they? We've already seen the impact of Leniu, Sorensen being terrific.
Oh, so Rafa pulls it in. I swear he had a Swans singlet on there, the way he caught that one.
It wasn't Nathan's best kick there. It's a number of times now he's trying to hook that ball across his body down Suwali's side of the field. At the moment, Suwali, well, he's loving every touch that he gets. He is. What a weapon he is.
Collins off Watson there. So they're 40 away from the line. Keary and delivering short and flat. Baker the run at that time. They need a response, and they probably need it before half-time, the Roosters. Keary and Walker that time combined on the right side of the field. Butcher it is tackled, Nat it was. Short side play, kick from Walker, looking back in field. No sign of Tedesco in the set, really, not a big involvement. And the Roosters, not a squandered opportunity, but not able to achieve repeat set or build up a pressure there.
Always scheming though, isn't he, Sammy Walker? A brilliant individual try last week against the Parramatta side. There's Trent Robinson, he watches on intensely. That time the reverse kick, I don't think it was on, but he's always looking for an opportunity. Always looking to catch the opposition defence napping. Tago now. Geez, the outside backs of Penrith just in demolition mode again tonight.
Coruscant, and here comes the kick from inside the 40. Cleary with runners on him. He's ended up on his back. They finished off the work on Cleary. Tedesco's got it. Cleary's okay and wasn't blowing up about it, but it was a little odd that they went on with a tackle. 2 of them. Now, Walker up to halfway. Clutches of Cleary were waiting. Momirovski. Tupou with the ball. They won't feel as if they've done too much wrong other than the tackles missed in the tries, but 12-0 to Tedesco across field. Manu out in front. Side to side there from the Roosters with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Keary just brings them back to a position on the field for the last tackle and lost it. They won't, again, get a chance to build up pressure. Egan Butcher it is.
Yeah, good contact there. Nappy Coruscant, one of the really good defending dummy halves in the competition, launched his right shoulder. And Butcher in the conditions, it's slippery out there. It was enough to dislodge the ball, and Penrith again, well, they'll finish this set inside the Roosters half.
You certainly are watching the benchmark of the competition, although...
Gee, they're a good side, aren't they, Vossi?
Yeah. Yeah, you got the Cowboys on the improve, and Melbourne have hopped onto the slippery slope the last couple of weeks, but the level of performance from Penrith remains a constant.
Getting through his work, Sorensen, that's his 8th carry already, over 70 metres carrying the ball.
A couple of years ago he couldn't sing, but since he joined Penrith he does the team song so well. He's wonderful voice now, Scott Sorensen.
He's on the voice.
That's it. He gets a lot of practice. 17 in a row. 40 away from the Roosters line. Cleary with it. Flat line across field. He had kick out a straight runner, didn't pass. But the quick play, the ball has them rolling. Here's the left side again. Luai to Tago towards the sideline. Back for Luai. Then a stab towards the post. All hands on deck. Walker goes back for it. The Rooster is trapped behind the chicken wire. Put up there rather swiftly by the Panthers defence.
Yeah, again, it's Jerome Luai out on that left-hand side. He was looking for an opportunity with Tago. Nothing doing there. Tago did well to keep the ball alive and then just kicking back infield. Great chase from Martin, and you thought with the footwork of Sammy Walker that he was just about to get out of the in goal, and the cavalry just continues to arrive in pink jerseys.
I reckon Nathan's thinking one-pointer here before half-time. Just get me to a spot. I'll give you a 13-0 lead. Line drop out. And it bounced up. It is called play on. Some over the far side of the ground. Thought a hand might have been there, but it went from leg to chest.
Yeah, Nathan's positioned himself behind the ruck here, and he's just barking orders. You're right, Bossy. He might be looking for the 1 point here, just steering them upfield.
25 out will get him close enough. Nathan Cleary, 40 seconds away from half-time. Here he is. No, they're going to go just a little wider. But he's on the right side of the posts.
No, they want 4 points. They want to try here.
They're 15 from the line. Yo, dummy, straighten.
Here he is. He's deep.
Well, he's right in front now.
Tedesco.
And they go to the short side. Coruscant! Wonderful deception from Penrith. Cleary was deep, right in front of the posts. And the little thief in the night, Happy Coruscant, sneaks over for a classic dummy half runner's try.
Yeah, even Cleary couldn't believe it. He's still laughing. They were all rushing out. Tedesco, he knew exactly what was coming. You'll see on the replay here, it was good work from Isaiah, carrying the footy, getting down, playing the ball as quick as he could. And there's Coruscant as all that left side of the Roosters rushed out.
Yeah.
He just burrows low, great body position, looks out, and just goes straight through on the stroke of half-time. That is brilliant dummy half play from Coruscant.
That's a hammer blow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's a big, big moment in this game. Straight through Butcher. And Spencer Leniu loves it. And you're right, a massive moment for the Panthers.
Even on that replay, you saw Momorowski, the former Panther, shouting out, they're going the field goal as if, I've got the intel, you start running. And they all took off for clear.
I remember a moment like that in the 2010 grand final. Was it Nathan Feen or Dean Young that did exactly the same thing, where everyone came out towards Jamie Soward, and I think it may have been Nathan Feen, dummied and just burrowed straight over to score.
This is the 3 from 3. And the Panthers, the benchmark. The defending premiers weathered an early storm. It was so tight through the opening quarter. 20 minutes later, half-time, it is Penrith 18, leading the Sydney Roosters 0. Saturday night here on Fox League at the SCG. Lara Pitt is on ground. Let's go to Lara now. Close calls over the high ball, but not yet the heroics of last week's Magic Round. Second half underway. Roosters with a job to do. They kick to middle ground there, and Luai is the catcher to start this second half for Penrith. Big post-match show, all the analysis tonight back in the studio. The fan tonight will relive that famous moment in Braithen Astor's career. You're off your head. We'll give that a run. Oh, it'll get a run tonight. Craig Fitzgibbon tells the story. He was the Roosters captain on that occasion when the Roosters played South Sydney. Tune in for that tonight. Panthers with the ball. Liam Martin over the 40-metre line. A nice carry from the Roosters defenders there. Highlighted earlier, despite plenty of rain, ground in pretty good nick here at the SCG. Just inside the Roosters half now, and a typically competent set by Penrith to start the second half. Suwali with it, and look who's on him. It's Viliami Kikau. He's becoming Suwali's shadow, I think, after Suwali had that one scoring punch, if you like. You can hear the
lining him up.
Yeah,
he is. That's a number of times now after that hit from Suwali that Kikau has just been breathing down his neck, looking to get a shot on the young fella.
Here's Tedesco. He's had no freedom at all tonight. James Tedesco for the Roosters as Watson gets a run, and they will need more of that. Mind you, it's hard to pick your moment against the Panthers defence. Now Walker kicks from outside the 40. And that one to the wing of Brian To'o.
Just saw Connor Watson out of dummy half, and there's never many opportunities with this Panthers defensive wall to be able to get out of dummy half and try and find some way through the opposition, but you can just see how slippery that cricket pitch area is here as we see a nice shift out to Tago.
Actually, a lot happens out on the left of Penrith. We just saw Brian To'o get a carry. You think, I haven't seen Crichton and To'o tonight. They're more in the superstar category from what they've achieved the last couple of years.
You're right, and then I look down at the statistics. He's over 100 metres, Brian To'o. Feels like we've hardly seen him.
And here's Penrith left again. Kick out with it.
Oh,
what a ball for Tago. Kick back. Oh, they've bombed it. Edwards had it. Yes, it was tricky, but with no one in front of him. Just beautiful in-goal real estate.
Yeah, watch this from Kikau. Look at that, the one-hand flick. Got him on the outside of Suwali, and great skill there from Tago off the outside of his right boot. He just had to pick it up. Look at that, in between two Roosters defenders. And Dylan Edwards, yeah, look at the disappointment on his face. It was not an easy pickup at full speed, but one that he's more than capable of doing.
That would have been, you know, try 1 minute from half-time, try 4 minutes in the second half. But the Roosters hang on. Chikau's pass immaculate again. Tago, he does very little wrong. This young centre, all his games last year off the bench. He's a permanent starter. Baker, good run. Over the 30-metre line for the Roosters. And then loses the ball. So bench players, Butcher, Baker. They don't have a candlestick maker, but they've made a couple of errors there tonight. I mean, well, it just come out. I mean, they're the blokes that made the errors off the bench, and it's disappointing for the Roosters.
He might have got away with one there. Billy Army, no doubt he's roofed that. He's roofed that out of the arms there.
So, Penrith.
No, the Roosters get the feed.
Well, for the rip out,
yes.
It becomes a knock on. The direction of the ball reefed from the arms. Now Connor Watson. They really do need a Tedesco moment, a Keary moment, maybe Walker, like what he did against Parramatta last week, to try and eyes open this Panthers defence. Watson now quickly along with Keary, and there is the main men combining. Tedesco caught in the tackle, having run off Keary. He's with it again, Keary dumping back inside, and Egan Butcher will play it 30 metres out. from the Penrith line. Left side, Walker steady for the bomb. He's got it to Brian To'o's wing. And that's a very safe catch.
Yeah, that's bizarre. They out on this right-hand side. You had Suwali and Joseph Manu ready to contest the kick. They go that left-hand side. Daniel Tupou was 2 or 3 metres behind the rest of the Roosters attacking line. He wasn't even ready. He wasn't there to contest the kick at all.
Edwards and Luai straight away shift across the left, and Manu comes up on Tago, and they'll get him close to the sideline, but not close enough. Luai, dummy half, passing under pressure, and May does the same. They keep it alive. Penrith, bit of ball movement there, 20 metres out from their own line, and some of it with great risk. Coruscant, nice weave. 15 metres short of halfway. We'll go to Lara Pitt in a moment. There's Penrith kick on last play. Tedesco's on the run again with it for the Roosters, bringing it back. And Martin is a brick wall defender there. Let's go down to Lara, half-time report. Lara?
Yeah, Vossi, a very calm Trent Robinson in the Roosters sheds at the break. Just said to his troops, they're still in it, just got to play their own game and get some field position, and they can get back into this contest. Not too groundbreaking from Ivan Cleary's speech. Very happy, clearly, with the start to this game. Wants to see them go on with it. I asked, will they be continuing to pepper the left edge? And no surprises. That's where they'll be heading.
Yeah, good to have Ivan back on deck tonight, having missed the last couple of games. Roosters offloading, centre field for Tedesco. The offload came from Nat Butcher. They create a little chance here, the Roosters. Fourth tackle, 30 metres from the line. Ball movement, Egan Butcher, Keary, defence coming up quickly. Walker let it go. Wisely done, really, from Walker. And Momirovski tackled on play 5 by Brian To'o. Roosters will kick. They will kick for Suwali. It's coming his way. They've got the range. He's taken the catch. And the Panthers have got him. It will be no try, but it is a penalty. The tackle in the air, so best chance of the match for the Roosters.
Yeah, it's got to be their target. This time the kick perfectly directed towards Suwali, and May just hasn't got the height to compete with the leap from Suwali, and he brings him down. Manu now.
So Roosters are 5 metres away from the line at 18-0. 7.5 into the second half. And Watson put it up. Got a lovely low tackle there by Lenu on Baker. Back right side, Roosters, Keary, Walker. Steps, changes direction, high ball to Tedesco. Look at the Panthers. Swarming defence up on Tedesco. Coruscant makes the tackle. 15 from the line. Keary delivers short, and again, wedged between defenders. Crichton unable to get through. Keary, they're going left and right, and they lose their way for a play. And one of their main men is out on play 5. Slow play the ball. Keary it was. Back for Walker. Walker's kick, looking for Tupou. Tupou's got the leap for Giraffe. Tupou is held up by 4 Panthers defenders.
Yeah, they're looking to that left-hand side for Tupou over the top of Brian To'o. No surprise, and To'o did just enough just to halt him for a second, and then the cavalry just continue to turn up. Crichton doing a tremendous job. Cleary there under the footy. Liam Martin comes in. They have incredible desperation for their line.
A clean sheet thus far, the Panthers against the Roosters.
It's a pretty ordinary attacking set, really, from the Roosters. I mean, the kick was perfectly weighted for Tupou, but prior to that, they'd really run themselves into the ground with no attacking threat at all throughout that set, as we see a good run here from Sorensen.
It's a limited number of tackles the Roosters have had in the Panthers 20 tonight. That was their best opportunity of the match. And there is Luai again. He's having a night, unloading for Mitch Kenny. He's out there for the Panthers. Starting front row now off the field. And Fisher Harris is standing up on the bench, waiting to come back on. Tupou with the ball. And it is Roosters time again, but at their end of the field, and still the quest to start a potential comeback somewhere. And that helps.
Yeah, just the 6th penalty of the night. That's on the left edge of Penrith, just up too early as Keary drives the touch finder. It's Jerome Luai who's ahead of Jared Sutton. I must say I've liked the flow. We've seen a number of penalties that have really halted the flow of the game over the last fortnight, but that time, here tonight, he's done a good job, Jerry Sutton.
Baker with the ball, so Coruscant remains out there with Kenny on the field. He's playing as a middle forward, Kenny. And came from the field for the Panthers, who are yet to use Jamin Salmon. We're yet to see Terrell May on debut for the Roosters. Here they are, field position again. Where are the cracks? Can they find one in the Penrith defence? Watson, Butcher, Keary, Tummy, caught by Kenny. 19 metres away from the line. Watson, Manu gets close to the action, teases the defence. Walker cut out ball. Momorowski, little kick, bounces up, doesn't get it back.
Gee, that's impressive from Stephen Crichton. He gave Momorowski, his former teammate, plenty of room to move. And he tried the little dribbling grubber kick in behind the line. Just look at it here, he had plenty of room, and just the one-handed scoop there from Stephen Crichton at full speed. That was impressive.
Crichton in with another touch for Penrith. Now 11 and a half gone second half. No addition to the half-time tally of points. So right at the moment, as we showed on the live ladder, Penrith are sitting 4 clear of their nearest rival. That's Cleary kicked. He was taken off his feet. It was like a slingshot tackle. He's okay, Cleary. Tedesco with the ball. But Butcher it was who came through, putting the blowtorch on the Panthers halfback, swung him around. But all okay in the eyes of the officials. We'll see Tokiaho back out there in a moment. He's replaced Collins for the Roosters. Keary up flat, now room. Walker flicked on, Tedesco, Manu. Panthers will come from everywhere. They know he's offloading potential. He's one start that's been contained tonight. High ball there for Walker. 25 away from the Penrith line. Tokiaho got the karate chop there from Sorensen. Watson to Keary, another bomb. Looking for Tupou. Does he get a lead this time? It's knocked back by the Panthers, I think. Yes, it is. Play on. They've got plenty of pink shirts in the vicinity there if the ball comes loose. Yeah,
look, Keary just lofting it high into the air here. The southeastern corner of the SCG into the bright lights. Brian Toto under enormous pressure the last few minutes with those high kicks from Walker and Keary, but at the moment Penrith just continue to respond defensively and turn up in numbers. Yeah, the Roosters are trying to push the footy around. They're trying to go on the outside of Penrith. There's just no way around them. They're moving so freely defensively. They've got to go through them.
So good is the Penrith defence at the moment, and there's drop ball. Well, you've got to make the most of these opportunities. Martin's had an unhappy night. There's been very few errors from Penrith, and he's made half of them, sadly, Liam Martin. But right at the moment, it's getting to the stage where the best weapon that the Roosters have is the ball. I mean,
yeah, that's
unless Suwali or Tupou come up with a big catch, or Manu, there might not be anything else. Here's a big moment for Terrell May, the third of the May family to play in the NRL. This kid for the North Sydney Bears this year, New South Wales Cup, outstanding. Averages 30 tackles a game, runs 170 metres a game, and looks like a new 3-year contract. Done and sealed, signed, sealed, delivered for the Roosters. Baker with the ball, 22 metres away from the line. Watson for Keary. There's Nat Butcher. There's 3 Penrith defenders. 18 metres away from the line. The Roosters still without points. Walker, the kick is not over the dead ball line.
Incredible, they've got great confidence, haven't they? The Panthers side just taking no chances there. Again, the short kick It's all the Roosters have got at the moment. They just cannot find a way through. This time, Keary linking up with Walker out on that left-hand side and just trying to squeeze that ball into some sort of attacking space behind the Panthers line. There's no way through. The Panthers, now 15 minutes into this second half, have not had one tackle, not one tackle inside the Roosters' half. It has been all the Roosters.
Over 15 minutes.
Look at this for a kick. Look at this for a drop out.
Oh, boy, that's gone over 60. Oh, the pass was flat at the end of it. So deep was the kick from Suali. Play one from a line dropout is 3 metres inside the Panthers' half. That's some result. Oh, there again is a stone wall defence. So May gets his chance. His first minutes in the NRL. On the field in jumper 24.
He's a specimen. Big man, isn't he? Boy.
The specimen is on. And he gets a first touch.
There you go, straight through.
Well,
That's
that is
away.
quite a first carry in the NRL. Keary with the ball, right up to the line. Tedesco, Panthers defence again. The pink jerseys come from everywhere. Last tackle, slow play the ball. Manu to Keary to kick long. He's trying to get it all the way across. Tupou doesn't get it.
There he goes.
Crichton's away. Big stride. Chases everywhere. He'll run all the way up to Paddington. Crichton scores. Roosters' red-hot attack is turned into absolute heartbreak for them, with Crichton the try scorer.
Yeah, dagger in the heart to the Roosters that have had all the possession. They've been looking to exploit the Panthers on the left, on the right, through the short kick, the high kick this time. Again, the target, Tupou, and Crichton just plucks it out of midair, gets rid of Crichton very easily, and then just streaks into the backfield, pulls away from the Roosters defenders and races all the way to the northern end at the SCG, slams the ball down one-handed. Watch this for a take. Just drags it towards his body, out of the clutches of Daniel Tupou, gets rid of Crichton, and just no one could close in. Great speed from Stephen Crichton, and the outside backs of Penrith now all over 100 metres, Vossi.
He can score a runaway try, can't he, Crichton?
They just keep keeping on. This wonderful unit of outside backs that Penrith have at the moment. Young, brash, full of confidence. They are in great touch. And that is heartbreaking for the Roosters.
He's now scored in 4 straight games against the Roosters. Stephen Crichton. Well, last week they put the Storm to the sword, and now they are doing the same to the Roosters. Clearly perfect record tonight. 24-0. They still haven't had a tackle inside the Roosters' half.
Not one.
Since half-time.
Yeah, Stephen Crichton, gents, with his 4th try in 4 games against the Roosters, and will be one, you'd think, of many Panthers players that will be missing over the next few weeks once Origin, his teams are named. They're preparing the Panthers to lose up to 7 of their starting 13 players for Origin. Mick, and this guy would be one of them, and up in contention for taking Turbo's spot, you'd think.
And Lara, the Empire State of Origin, returns to Sydney for Game 1 on June 8th. Tickets available from just $49. Head to nrl.com/tickets to secure your seats. It's nice in that replay. It was Crichton looking up at the scoreboard in the northeastern corner here at the SCG. He had a good gauge of where the chasers were.
Well,
he was admiring his work.
Yeah, there's been no way through at all for the Roosters, but their one moment, Terrell May came bursting on straight through the Panthers line, and Tedesco went centimetres from scoring, and then they go down the other end. Crichton, massive play. Coruscant out of dummy half again. G's been good.
Yo through the middle there. Coruscant clearing. Bomb from 45 metres out. again, it's a sign of the team performance. I mean, Cleary may be the main man, but gee, if I was to rattle off my top 5 Panthers tonight, I think Cleary's in the 5 as far as individual contributors to the performance.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful team performance so far. All contributing, just watching the defensive line and how well it moves. The way they turn up on the inside for each other, the way they get off the line and hit together and drag opposition attackers backwards, the way they control that collision to the ground. Fisher Harris there waiting for his second stint. Hargreaves now.
Oh, he's run straight at Leota there, who ended up flat on his back. Chiri, a bomb. Edwards is waiting and owning. Eyes pinned on the ball there, and the leap timed perfectly. This is the run of Jared Waerea-Hargreaves. See that in the replay box. Front rower and front rower. It's a nice little win there for Jared. But at 24-0, there's a lot more required. Panthers just over the 30. Into the last quarter of the match we go. And a post-match show tonight. It will be Braithen, Cooper and Corey to take us through all the news out of today. As Cleary kicks long.
Great kick.
And that is perfect for the occasion, for a 24-0 lead and 19.5 to go. Let's do a kick to a corner. Let's chase hard and go again. Tupou on that run. He's been one of the major meter eaters for the Roosters tonight. That was his 17th run of the evening. And no Rooster has run for more ground. Short of the 40, not for long. Walker cut out. Manu through one. Got past Tago. And has left another 2 behind. Well done, Manu. Kiri. Now there's overlap. Left, Tedesco. And the outside. Toto got up there. Still alive. Back for Tokiaho. Now the Roosters stringing some passes together. Watson caught. And will play at 15 away from the line. Walker. Kiri straightens up. Tedesco there. Tedesco on his knees. Tedesco has scored for the Roosters. Well, he was on, not hands and knees, but certainly on knees, and was still able to get to the try line.
He hasn't had many opportunities, Joey Manu, but it all started with him around the halfway line where he was able to shrug off 3 or 4 Panthers defenders and create some second phase footy, and then the Roosters straightening his attack, straightening the Roosters' attack. And that's when they've looked their best. This was the great run here from Joey Manu where he got on the outside of Tago, shrugged off Luai, got rid of Taylor May and able to get the ball back in field. And then on the back of that, a number of passes and offloads before Luke Keary down this left-hand side just straightens the attack. Has Keary pressing hard on the inside, gets the arm free. What a pick-up there, James Tedesco. On his knees, as you said, Bossy, he'd been half taken out of the play, regroups, shows great strength, spins out of the tackle. He's tried hard tonight, Tedesco. He's tried really hard for his side.
Well, yeah, effort's been there all night for the Roosters, and now it's 24-6. They get some reward for it. So 17 to go. You got your first on the board. They just have to go for a second in quick time to try and put a bit of pressure on the Panthers. Lara on the sideline.
Yeah, and the action continues tomorrow, Bossy, for the Sunday ticket. We're off to Dubbo. The Rabbitohs taking on the Raiders. It's big Josh Papali'i's 250th game, so a big milestone for him there. That is followed by the Titans and the Sharks. So join us from 1 p.m. here on Fox League.
Yeah, Lara, there was sort of floating around to that number that's been confirmed. Alex Johnston was in doubt for the Rabbitohs.
The Roosters take plenty of confidence out of their last 2 sets. Terrell May going straight through, nice and hard, direct run, and then that time Keary straightening the attack off his left foot and has set up a try for
May from the kickoff. Pretty ominous looking couple of runs from May. By the way, would it surprise you if I said the Panthers have missed twice as many tackles as the Roosters tonight? I mean, that highlights the effort, but the missed tackles they've paid a huge price for.
Yeah.
The Roosters that have led directly to tries. But we've got the missed tackle count at 18-8, the Panthers. Roosters miss 8 tackles, and they find themselves down by 18. Take your chances. The Panthers! Suwali. Well, he's kept that infield somehow, and his old mate Kickout was there to pick it up, and Kickout is moving. 22 metres from the line. Penrith to nullify the Roosters' first try. Well, that's what they're seeking to do here. Edwards to play it. No, not letting him go. Coruscant set restart. It was a bit of ill discipline from the young bloke. Now 12 from the line. Luai is on the left. He doesn't get it. Yo, then Cleary, then Edwards. Doesn't pass to Crichton. Edwards will play it in the Walker tackle. Cleary, oh, got a penalty against the man playing the ball for not standing square. Dylan Edwards gets a little lesson from Jared Sutton. You watch it at home on Fox League. He's right. Well, it's not the worst. It's not the worst. So Edwards gets one wrong, and that's rare. Roosters with it, 15 to go. Just a chance at the moment, just a glimmer for the Roosters. That was almost lost. The chance might have just been blown away there. It's 24-6, better than 24-0, quite obviously. And the Roosters, if they can back it up, that's the thing. Watson, Keary, digging a little deeper. Walker not having much joy tonight.
Yeah,
Walker
they've contained him well, haven't they?
He's had to put the brakes on in a lot of runs. Now Maria Hargreaves, Keary running freely. Tedesco with it across field and side to side. Manu, they've got him covered. He does pretty well there to stay in from the sideline. Manu was running at a ground there. Back for Keary. Another bomb. Chases there. Suwali's not going to get near it. It bounces up. It's play on. Butcher misses with a kick. And Penrith end up with a ball, and well, Jared Maria Hargreaves, they've got the knock on, so no advantage, and Penrith will have it. Another set gone for the Roosters.
Maybe Coruscant getting a well-deserved break. He's been tremendous out of dummy half tonight. Mitch Kenny will move into that dummy half position, and big James Fisher-Harris back into the action for the Panthers.
Here that Jamin Salmon again, as was the case last week, not going to get a lot of minutes. They actually, the three of their bench players last week had very few minutes for Penrith. It was the starting 13 that did the heavy lifting in that convincing performance against Melbourne. Outside the 30, no one can ever accuse Penrith of not looking fit and strong, and here they are again on the move. Up to halfway, Martin there.
Yeah,
Popped it in the face.
That's a great call, Andrew. Like, just athletically, they are in incredible condition, aren't they, the Panthers? And just when you think that the opposition are going to have big blocks of possession against them and they might start to fall away, they just continue to find something in the tank. That time, just a high tackle there from Tokiaho, and now Penrith with a really good opportunity, a full set inside the Roosters half. Here's Leota. Him and Hargreaves collide again.
So the Panthers are 30 metres away from the Roosters line. And look, if back-to-back weeks they post the number of points they have on Melbourne and then the Roosters, you don't need any more proving about how good they are.
Great ball.
But points in the bank going into the origin period. Kenny there. 5 from the line.
Chance to the right.
Lined up. Yo knows it. And they just turn it back inside. And the Roosters defence. Oh, the masters of deception, the Penrith side coming up to half-time. Here's a play! Fisher-Harris!
He's nearly knocked the goalpost over.
Well, I think he's got one try in his last 73 games. He had a 50 game try drought, got a try, and then hasn't scored again for the next 23. And here he is beating the goalpost.
Talk about a tough hombre. His cheekbone hits the goalpost, Pat, or does he cop the forearm? I think he might cop the forearm there of Hargreaves as he goes through a gaping hole close to the line off a wonderful...
It's an 8-point try in the bag here for Penrith.
Yeah, from Mitch Kenny, and no doubt an 8-point try. It's Hargreaves that collides with the upright. And that's just a beautiful piece of dummy half play from Mitch Kenny. Roosters defenders anticipating the block play.
Well, listen.
I'm just saying. Every time, bro. Every fucking time it's not there.
Well, Jared, he hasn't played that well there. He's not going to change his decision, Jared. Oh, Jared, be careful. If he goes on here, he's set off altogether. I know he wears his heart on his sleeve, and they're short sleeves at that.
They're going to get 2 shots.
But the language, well, issued a caution. I don't. Was he going to be sin bin for the shot? I don't think he was. I think he was just getting put on report. But then he wanted to argue the case, and Sutton was copying none of it.
Yeah, no doubt that forearm collects him high, and yeah, I feel for Jared. He's trying to save a try. It's a late reaction. Fisher Harris is. Oh, gee, looking at that angle, it is a swinging arm. The right forearm certainly collects Fisher Harris right on the cheekbone, and Jared's night is all but done. He'll come back with just 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining.
Fisher Harris, just the 10th try of his career.
2 shots here for Nathan Cleary.
There it is. Cleary successful.
And he'll just have to move the kicking to
Yes, that's what it is. Penalty in front. There we go. We don't see too many of them. Cleary, well, this is just like help yourself on the career points tally, Nathan. So you could put on the pair of Crocs here and have a kick. (32-6) it will be in a moment for Nathan Cleary. So I said coming into tonight he'd scored 39 points in his last 2 games against the Roosters. Now he's got another 12, so that's his 50. This will be 50 once he bangs this one over. He can raise the bat or the kicking too, whatever you do. There it is. 51 points, last 3 games against the Roosters. That's a healthy tally.
Here's a nice outside in line, a lovely short ball there from Mitch Kenny, who's gone into the dummy half position for Coruscant, and Jared Sutton just having none of the discussion, the heated discussion from big JWH, who a little hot under the collar. And a long walk back into the members stand for Jared Warira-Hargreaves, and now the Roosters down to 12, and this could get ugly in this next 10 minutes.
32-6, how do the Panthers want to play it? Kick off, beautiful range on that. And they'll come back again and again and again, the Panthers. 5 tries this week on the back of their performance last week against Melbourne. And you can lock it in. There's no hung parliament here. It's clear cut. We're 4 points clear at the top of the ladder. Michael, the Panthers.
Jamin Salmon out there now for the Panthers. He'll get the final 10 minutes.
I suppose the terminology is, Michael, it was your job to call this early. You had to call this before that time. Calling it. They've won it. Salmon on the run. He's played in every game this year, albeit limited minutes. Last tackle, Penrith, another set. I mean, it's straightforward, but, you know, the marginal sides make errors after scoring tries, and it happens often. When did Penrith do it?
Yeah,
you know, they follow up, try at 32-6, attention to detail, through another set.
Yeah, Lara spoke about just the amount of rain that we've had in Sydney, and as I said, you know, to the viewers earlier, down at ground level, it was really slippery, the surface, but the condition of the actual playing surface was pretty good, but you can see how slippery it is through that mid part where the cricket pitch is here at the SCG, but they've done a tremendous job respecting and controlling the footy tonight, Penrith.
87% completion rate, Penrith. 6 line breaks to 1 for Penrith. And,
Great
off those breaks, Crichton did well there. Low down, another offload, but there's Penrith players everywhere there. That is right in the middle of the pitch area. Back away for another ball. Phil Keary. Oh, he was hit by Kickow. He's okay, Keary, but he'll be penalised, Kickow, for getting the legs there of Keary.
Okay, time off. Time off.
Yeah, it's just that dangerous position where they launch their body.
Time report.
And he didn't manage that
It's over.
as carefully as
It's over.
the referee would have liked, and he got awfully close to the legs of Luke Keary. And now the Roosters with a good opportunity to try and find their second try of the evening.
Cleary was coming over to try and challenge that, and Sutton said it's time's over. But that's Cleary with the benefit of looking at a replay. So Roosters with a chance for their second try. Keary and Tokiaho. There's been a couple of big statements made tonight again. I mean, the Cowboys, wonderful. And now Penrith again. You know who play each other next week? Exclusive to Fox League, Michael.
The Panthers and Cowboys,
Panthers
Andrew.
and Cowboys, Michael. On Friday night, the 6 o'clock game is the match of the round on Fox League. Do not miss it.
Gee, they'll be knocking off work early. Everywhere.
Yeah, might as well have the day off.
Yeah, have the day
Have
off.
the day off to get ready. Keary as Tedesco sweeping from the left. Ball comes up.
It's got in the touch here, guys.
And the sideline official's flag is raised. Penrith scramble. Game well won, 7 to go. Still get numbers there. There's a job still to be done, and there they are on Tedesco. Up goes the touchies flag.
So, James has called it to the touch judge before the 10 seconds is out.
They're going to challenge this. They're going to say that he wasn't out.
This is a challenge in the
Jerome
ruling.
Blue Eye saying, well, that might be a little longer than 10 seconds.
Yeah, please. They've had a look at a replay. I mean, let's get fair dinkum about this. And we had one earlier today, I mean, but 2 games today. This happened at Cogra this afternoon, where you would swear blind. The perception is they have looked at the replay and then put in the challenge. So who's counting the 10?
At this point, James Tedesco has his foot on the line. Just need to see where the ball is.
Now they're giving the captain's challenge to a pigeon to make its way to the ref. Because it was longer than it's a slow pigeon, because it was longer than 10 seconds. I'll
As you
put
can
my
see on the
life on it
screen on the
there.
left,
We've got to have a
his foot is on the
process.
line, and on the
We
screen
have
on
to
the
follow
right,
it to the
still in
letter.
possession. There was momentum in the tackle, and the challenge is unsuccessful.
Push up there, Marcus. Lindsay, mate.
Well, that's another 2 minutes that Big Jared will have to sit in the sin bin that he won't get back.
32 plays 6, 7 to go. Post-match show is big. And, then our latest episode of The Fan tonight, as we told you earlier, if you want to relive a big moment in Braithen Astor's career, we know it as a you're off your head moment. The referee, Ben Cummins. It is an incredible moment. The story as told by the now Sharks coach Craig Fitzgibbon, who was the Roosters coach back then. That's The Fan later tonight after our Super Saturday coverage. Cleary, Penrith working their way through another set. 5 tackles, made it up to halfway. Cleary haven't really looked to take advantage with Roosters down by 1. And a kick there fielded by Tupou. Sort of gave the impression the last two sets they've had, they're happy just to put the cue in the rack. Yeah, close it out. Play for field position rather than
Attack
looking
for
to
points,
go for 40 or 50.
That was putrid dummy half pass. That was awful.
Putrid. There we have it. A putrid pass. As Keary brings them back centre field. Oh, a Panther was knocked over.
James Salmon it is.
And he's back up. Oh, Salmon got flattened there. Salmon pancake. What happens to him? He ends up face down on the deck. Here he goes. We are. He's out of picture. He's okay. And Salmon, I reckon he's never had life better, to be honest. He's with the Premiers.
Yeah.
He's playing every game. And around Origin period, of course.
Well, it could be the same.
Others will have to step up.
Sorensen story is last year, where Sorensen came across and looked as though he was just going to be another man that added to the roster in terms of depth. Ended up winning a premiership. Ooh, ball run there, Lenu.
And Penrith off a quick play the ball, looking to take full advantage. Roosters down a man. And the ball is stripped. Well, there's some joy for the Roosters. Who, again, it's an example of a side trying their absolute heart out here. Tedesco.
He's a freak, Tedesco. He constantly is in the game, just continues to compete no matter what the score line is. 32-6 at the moment. He's still trying to find a way to keep his side in the contest. A high tackle here, Stephen Crichton on Momorowski.
Tedesco 153 running metres for the night, 15 runs, 5 tackle busts. And the lone try for
Great try save in the first half. A wonderful try saver.
Still some decent Supercoach points for James if you got him in your side. And Lindsay Collins back on the run. Just over a year on now from when Lindsay underwent knee surgery. You've got to give him time after a knee reconstruction. Walker, and nice movement down the left, and they continue to chip away the Roosters. Crichton was caught right in centre ground. Walker kicks through. I've seen that before, but there's Edwards cleaning up as always, and a line drop out for Penrith.
Yeah, the Roosters stacked out to this right-hand side. It was Keary that wanted the footy before Walker swung from left to right. Short drop out here. No, Jerry Sutton not ready.
Your bloke's in front, mate.
There we go again.
Shot clock off.
Round 12, by the way, kicks off Thursday night. Melbourne v Manly. That ain't bad. But Friday night, 6 o'clock. Nick Ennis has given you the day off. Here's a low one hard at Manu. He's covered it up. So you have the day off Friday, leading into Penrith v the Cowboys. Tomorrow, as Lara said, we've got Rabbitohs in Canberra and Titans and Sharks. But Penrith is the team they're all trying to catch at the moment. Yahoo will play it. Watson. Walker. Oh, he was smashed. And it'll be a second try. Look who's there again. Momorowski's gone over. Now, there's a claim up. There's a hand up from Spencer Lenu. There are a few bodies ended up on the ground here.
Yeah, they're on the kick the lead.
Might have a try, but there's a number of instances of contact because it may be that a Roosters player was knocked out of the play before a Panther.
All right, so it's Sammy Walker down that left-hand side. He gets hit. Oh, I'm okay with that.
Cleared the contact on Sam Walker. We're just looking at
Angus Crichton on Nathan Cleary. That's the concern at the moment. Cleary hits the deck. And Angus, well, it's outside shoulder. Andrew, it's outside shoulder. Does he run into Nathan, or does Nathan just hang an arm out to make sure that he does collect him?
Yeah, Angus Crichton's attempting to get through the line. Nathan Cleary sticks his arm out and initiates contact. We're playing on at this point.
Okay, he initiates contact. Cleary, not the other way round.
Nice left-hand fend there from Momorowski, and it's a try for the Roosters. That's a good call from the bunker.
So a Penrith grand final winner last year has got one here for the Roosters to get them into double figures. They're checking the put down as well here. Or are they just running a Benny Hill music skit? What are they doing here? Anyway, he's straightened up. Well, okay, so Crichton then just lurks.
Potential contact on Dylan Edwards.
Now we're looking for Crichton's second time around. Gone way through the line.
We're playing at this point. As the contact's initiated from Nathan Cleary, he holds up Angus Crichton's run. Playing at this point.
We got there in the end.
Paul Momorowski grounds the ball in goal. We have a decision.
We'll get that time back. 32-6 will become 32-10. And it's something, at least. And they did it too with 12 men.
Yeah. Yeah, nice play down that left-hand side. Sammy walked deep into the line and just an opportunity to get Crichton one-on-one with Momorowski. Momorowski moved really nicely on the pass. Great left-hand fend on Brian To'o. And that's the Roosters' second try of the evening. A chance for Sammy Walker to make it 32-12 with 2 minutes remaining.
Roosters, by the way, Michael, next Saturday night against Cronulla. That's a pretty handy game down at the home of the Sharks. Good round of football coming up, round 12, and we've still got 2 to go in this round.
Craig Fitzgibbon coaching against his former club. Be fascinating to build up to that game.
So over to Walker, 32-12. The one loss for Penrith this year, a game against Parramatta. Played by Scott Sorensen. We joked about it earlier, but it is now 18 straight wins for the formerly unheralded Scott Sorensen. Lara Pitt sideline.
Yeah, Jens, it'll be interesting to hear from Trent Robinson in the post-game show. We'll have his press conference here on Fox League. He really laid it down for his team in the lead-up to this game, saying he wants to see them go up a gear against the Panthers. He's felt that they have built the platform into the season and it was time to play high-quality football. So it'll be interesting to hear what he thinks this reveals about where the side is at, given they haven't been able to match it with the likes of the Panthers and the Storm since 2020, and still some way to go to close that gap.
It's a fair point you raise, Lara, about what he had to say pre-game. It's almost as if Penrith have more gears. I mean, Roosters did play at a high level, but Penrith have more gears at their disposal to go to.
And that's right. The opening exchange, the Roosters were terrific. Physically, they were great, but Penrith were just as good physically, but moved quicker and continued to move quicker.
Well, Hargreaves back on the field. We just saw an offload from May. Terrell May has certainly teased us tonight with his ability. I can tell you that Mark Carroll, who we know on Fox League calls a fair bit of New South Wales Cup, is a good judge of young forward talent, has been working a bit with Terrell as well, and he'd be a proud man tonight. Good on you, Spud. He's done something. He's got something about him. There he is, middle ground, taking on 3 of the Panthers forwards.
Oh, another putrid pass. It's a putrid-a-thon.
What's the putrid pass count? 2.
Yeah. There it is. Here we go. Putrid, number 2.
Oh dear. So Penrith will have the last possession of the night. It will be win number 10 from 11 starts from a defending premier. So with this, you could make it 50 consecutive weeks or rounds of football. They have been either 1 or 2 on the ladder. They do it again, the Panthers. The 45th time in a row that they've led at half-time and gone on to win. All sorts of incredible numbers around this side. They worked hard early. They got to 18-0 at half-time. And at full-time at the SCG, mission accomplished again. Penrith 32, the Sydney Roosters 12.